Sega is not making just a single Game Gear Mini. They're making 4 different ones that will have their own games exclusive to each. That's right, if you want to be able to play all 16 games that Sega is releasing in their Game Gear Mini, you will have to pay for 4 different systems because they're only putting 4 games on each color. I kid you not. There is a black model, a blue model, a yellow model, and a red model, and they will each have 4 games. Let's get into this insane story. You may have already seen, or maybe this is your first time hearing about it, Sega was supposed to have some huge news today. People were saying that maybe Sega's gonna come back with their own console. Other people were saying, oh, they're gonna release the Xbox Series X as a Sega console in Japan to try to win over more of Japan's market share. There was lots of crazy rumors going on, but what ended up being true is that they are releasing a Game Gear Mini, which was of course a mini console for their handheld that competed with the Game Boy in the early 90s. But this mini console is going to have a screen that's barely over an inch big. If you look at the comparison of the console to this person's hand, it is almost microscopic. I don't understand how even a teenage child could feasibly play games on this console. This is only for collectors. The fact that there is only 4 games on each colored system is another ploy for collectors to make them spend their money and buy all 4 colors. They're only $50 each, which is pretty cheap compared to other mini systems. But if you look at the size of the system, it's actually pretty expensive. And the fact that most people are going to end up buying all 4 just so they can be able to say they have not only all the colors, but all the games. So Sega has taken this product, which probably costs less than $10 for them to make, and is going to be gouging collectors for $200 for this thing. Wait, did I say 200? 250, because if you pay 250 for all 4, then you also get a bonus screen magnifier device, like those old school magnifying glasses that would clamp over your Game Boy Color. Sega had one. This is not really functional. It's more cosmetic, kind of like their add-ons that they did for their Genesis Mini. They had the 32X and the Sega CD that were really just things you added onto it that didn't add any functionality. I mean, this, I guess, will technically magnify the screen, but it would be pretty silly to use. It's just crazy for me to think about that pretty much most of these are just going to end up being bought by people to be kept in their boxes forever. And because of that, I don't think these will ever have any value. Like, if you're a collector, get these for yourself and don't feel bad about opening them and playing with them and trying them out, because they'll never be worth anything. That is my humble opinion. When a company releases something that they're really trying hard for it to be collectible like this, unless it's an actual game, it almost never is collectible. I mean, a couple rare exceptions might be the NES Classic or the Super Nintendo Classic, but even those don't go for a whole lot right now, and down the road I don't see those being more collectible than the actual consoles themselves. So let's take a look right here at this article that I have detailing everything. Let's look at the games that come on each model. The black model is going to get Sonic the Hedgehog, Puyo Puyo 2, Outrun, and Royal Stone. And just having Sonic, I feel like for people who aren't going to buy all 4 colors, this is probably the one most people will end up buying. Then we're going to have the blue one, which has Sonic Chaos, Gunstar Heroes, Sylvan Tale, Baku Baku Animal. Still a decent, I feel like they're doing like 1 or 2 good games with each console and then 1 or 2 kind of more random ones. But it's another Sonic game, so again, they're really trying hard to do whatever it takes to get people to buy all 4 consoles. Then we have the yellow one, which I really like because of the green buttons, and it has 3 different Shining Force games, and also a Japanese game that I don't know how to pronounce. I assume it's Nazo Hoyo Aru Noru. I don't know, but the Shining Force games are really good, RPG type games. So I guess this would be the one for RPG collectors. And then the last one which, let's see. The last one, which has Megami Tensei Gaiden, The Last Bible Special, Revelations, The Demon Slayer, the GG Shinobi, and Columns, which is a really, really fun game, actually. That might be my favorite game out of all of these, if you can believe it. And it's the only game that might be playable on that little screen. So these can charge on USB, or they can also run off of 2 AAA batteries, which I have no idea what the battery life is. I guess that's all right. It's a single mono speaker. You can kind of see it in the bottom left there. There's also a headphone jack. But to me, this is such a gimmick, so crazy. If Sega had just announced this out of nowhere with no build-up, I would be like excited about it. I'd be like, okay, you know, whether I want to buy it or not, I shouldn't be upset that I have options as a consumer. But the fact that there was all this hype, and the reporter that got this story said they had something exclusive, like on par with the PS3 story that released like 15 years ago, like that this was just going to be huge news. And it's just this little like cash grab, in my opinion, console. Like if with a 1.5, no, not even a 1.5 inch, with a 1.15 inch screen, you know, I don't care if you have the Genesis's entire library, it's not playable. You know, if it could hook up to the TV, that might be different, but it can't. So these are shipping out in October. They're going to be up for pre-order in Japan soon. There's no word on a Western release at all, which some scoop, right? We don't even know if or when it's coming to the United States. I mean, I assume that it is, but yeah, this story is just bizarre and strange. There's like I guess like a better shot. Right there you can see 27,000 yen, which is approximately $250 for a pack of all 4 consoles. And if you get the pack of all 4, you get the mini version of its big window magnifying glass accessory, which it's kind of cool, but to be trying to make all this money off people is kind of crazy. Oh, and I'm sorry, I misspoke a minute ago. You can actually pre-order them right now through Japan, so I guess it might be worth checking out if you're a collector. Amazon JP, but again, if you get the ones from Japan, they're probably gonna be in all Japanese. So yeah, this is a crazy story, and I just felt like I had to do a video on it because it's been hyped so much. But this is just so weird and let down, and part of me is like hoping Sega has more. Like, this can't be it, you know? Just absolutely crazy. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. As always, thank you for watching. Consider dropping a like, and if you are on Twitter, follow me on Twitter for some fun shenanigans on there. Hopefully I'll see you guys around. Have a good one.